Good evening, everyone. My Lord Justice Marne, Mr. Thakkar, all the talented photographers, designated senior advocates, ladies and gentlemen. It's often said that a picture speaks 1,000 words. And in our profession, which is really built on words, on its syntax, interpretation, and choice, it's sometimes important to have events like this, where we are reminded that images sometimes capture moments, emotions, and history far better than any words could ever do. And today we are going to release the calendar of the Bombay Bar Association. All the photographs that you see are from our very own members, and the topic of the calendar really is Mumbai, its spirit, and how it really has impacted all of us. And the calendar really is a celebration of the idea that we are celebrating our members for their artistic talent and their eye on detail and the way they sometimes capture what most of us would just pass by without actually thinking that there actually is a photograph which reflects a moment of history. So with those few words, may I please request our President, Mr. Thakkar, to give his opening remarks. And I hope that Kashyap's request for keeping back is sorted out quickly enough that the screen actually starts working.
The Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Marne, senior advocates, all friends, thank you very much for coming here. Last year, we recognized a different form of art, paintings made by our members, and that was our first venture in bringing about calendar of 2025 containing the paintings made by our members. This year, we decided to recognize other form of art, the photographs, again clicked by our very talented members. And they have what we are recognizing is their eye, which had seen something extraordinary out of an ordinary scene. And thank you very much, each one of you, for contributing and coming here today. Justice Marne, when I requested him to come today and do the honors, asked me about what photographs were there. And I said, Spirit of Bombay, you should have done wildlife photography. I know Justice Marne is very much interested in wildlife photography. Sir, I assure you, one of the future calendars will figure wildlife photographs of all our members. And I know some of them who are doing wildlife photography, and I'm sure our members will be also very happy to contribute those type of pictures as well. With this, I must not forget one person who is a soul behind this calendar, Mahek Bukwala. She has helped in designing and creating layout and selecting month-wise which picture should go in which month. And thank you very much, Mahek. And with this, may I now request Justice Marne to unveil the calendar.
Thank you, Justice Marne. Could I please just request our President, Mr. Thakkar, to present a small memento to Justice Marne in the deep appreciation that we have for him taking time out and could I now request Justice Marne to just say a few words?
For those in the room who are slightly conversant with the science of photography, you may know that the three parameters of aperture, shutter speed and ISO gives you the perfect exposure that you desire. The aperture determines the quantity of light that hits the sensor, the size of the hole. Shutter speed determines the quantity of time for which you allow the light to hit the sensor. And the sensor also has its own sensitivity, and the ISO setting determines the sensitivity with which you want the light to hit the sensor. After becoming a judge, I find myself in a position of a censor. Here the aperture is the counsel who argues before you. Then the shutter is the time for which you let him argue the matter. And being a censor myself, my sensitivity on that particular day, when I hear the arguments, determines the outcome of the case. So that's what I find similarity in photography in my role as a judge. But I am truly honored that I have been invited today to inaugurate and unfurl this wonderful calendar that the members, which contains photographs of the members of the Bar Association. When I received invite from Mr. Thakkar, and when I asked the topic, I was truly delighted. He said that I have chosen you because this time we are putting photographs of the members. And maybe he got a news from somewhere that I have some interest in photography. And I can see that he also has some interest in the photography because the calendar, the first picture is of his holding a camera in his hand. My passion for photography actually comes from my wife. She entered my life with a camera in her hand, and it is from her that I learned how to hold the camera. As he just mentioned to you, I also share some passion for wildlife. My passion for wildlife also comes from her because she's more associated with nature than me. But over the period of times as the technology has progressed, I have been able to keep abreast. I was, in fact, till I was elevated, with some technological developments that happened in the area of photography. But I must say, after becoming a judge, the passion is still there, but the opportunity of going into the jungles and taking pictures has drastically reduced. In fact, now there was a time when I used to visit jungle at least 4 to 5 times in a year. Now sometimes it's not possible even to visit once. And which is the reason why I know some of the wonderful wildlife photographers we have as members of our bar, and which is the reason why I requested Mr. Thakkar that why don't you publish calendar some year containing the photographs of those members. One more request I must make, because the kind of photographs that comes out through wildlife and nature, my request would be that whenever you publish that calendar, you publish a full calendar with full proper photographs of each of the members. Larger one. Because that will truly, this is also very nice, this is handy, this will stay on table, but the kind of photographs that come out through wildlife if you publish a full proper size calendar, that will make true justice to the photographs that our members will be able to click. It's been a wonderful experience now to come back here in this room after a long time. I think I came last time when I was elevated and I was felicitated here. It is almost 3 years now. And I truly miss being a part of you here. Of course, I'm a part of you, but from the other side, I don't get to meet all of you so often. And maybe you see me in a different mood while being on the bench. But I really miss sometimes that when it is at 12 o'clock in the court is going in full swing, you still feel like having a cup of coffee, visiting the bar room. Sometimes I do fulfill my desire. So I have a chamber here on the 3rd floor. We've made a nice small window where Anna gives us coffee from that side. So those who are on the 3rd floor do get to share the coffee or hot chocolate that is being served to you sometime in the evening. But it's been a great initiative that the Bombay Bar Association has taken to give an opportunity to the members to express their talents. I still didn't get an opportunity to go through all the pictures, but some of them are really wonderful, fantastically taken pictures. And I'm truly glad that we have members amongst us who have such a great talent in photography. I would end by sharing a humor. Once a photographer goes to a party, the host says, in whose house the party is hosted, "You click wonderful pictures, you must be having a great camera." The photographer doesn't say anything. While leaving, he says, "You should served a wonderful dinner, you must have a great stove." Thank you very much for inviting me today. Thank you.
Thank you, Justice Marne, for those charming words and the joke at the end. And honestly, I had visited Justice Marne's chamber when we were inviting him, and even when we were escorting him here. And he has 2 pictures on his wall. And I think all the photographs really that are there in his chamber are all the photographs that he himself has taken. And there are 2. And I understand what Justice Marne says is that not to have a small calendar like this, because he has these full big photographs on his wall. One is of a leopard, which is just unbelievable, because you actually see that you actually feel the raw power of the leopard as he's sitting there. And then there's one of a tiger, which is actually, I think, licking water. And both of these are there in his chamber. Remarkable photos. And anyway, now coming to our current calendar. I don't know if Kashyap has managed to. No. He's still saying 2 minutes. But may I only do this first? But just before we start, the first photograph that you see on this calendar has actually been taken by our president, Mr. Thakkar. And it's a photograph which has been taken from his apartment. And when I asked him about the photograph, and I said, "What does this mean to you?" I don't know if you all can all see it, but there is a bird which is flying in the sky over here. And then there is the calm sea. And he said, "This photo to me actually represents what Mumbai is all about. All of us who come here to Mumbai, come here hoping to soar high in the sky and to feel free and to fulfill our ambitions. And we all hope that we have the peace of the sea." And he says, "Every morning when I wake up, I always hope that everybody has, in that sense, a peaceful day, because, as he says, peace and contentment are more important than any other value, treasure, or money." So this really is Mr. Thakkar's first photograph, and an outstanding composition of, I think, what would be the setting sun. The next photograph, which is there, is of our member, Mr. Mikhail Bell. Come, if you could just come up. And if I could just ask Justice Marne and Mr. Thakkar to present a small, the calendar and a memento to Mikhail. Then the second photograph for February is by Onkar Chandurkar. It's a lovely picture which is obviously taken just around about sunset time or daybreak, early morning of the Atal Setu. The come to March. Come to Jan. So this is dawn. What surprises me is Mr. Bale got up so early in the morning and then started roaming the streets of Mumbai to find this photograph. But it truly is and when I think of this, I often think of it really as like the calm before the storm. Our streets of Mumbai are so chaotic, so busy at all times. And to find a picture like this, which is part of the hustle and bustle of Mumbai, and yet there's not a person on the road. So it really, I think, is calm before the storm. Then February, this is the picture of Atal Setu. Again, clearly Onkar woke up very early to read a brief and then got captivated by nature's beauty. And then for March is by Janmesh Vora. If ever there is a picture that captures the essence of Mumbai, it has to be Mumbai's railway system. And as Justice Marne, I heard him actually saying that, how did you take the picture with the slight blur? So that's of course the technical appreciation. Then for the month of April, it is Akshay Kamble. Again, really a stunning composition. For May, it's by Aishwaryajit Taude. Again, a picture that really is the very essence.
This is my favorite one, you know why?
For June, the exact opposite of Mr. Bell. Sorry, May થઈ ગયું સાહેબ? May થઈ ગયું. For June, the exact opposite of Mr. Mikhail Behl's photograph. Bombay at its craziest by Jamshed Lenton. What a picture.
Thank you.
And for July, it's by Daksha Pungera. And An excellent picture of Rajabai Tower through the trees. Yes. And what I personally like is that pop of color because of the purple umbrella.
That is what catchy.
That is what caught your eye. Then for August, Alpana Gone. I don't think you could have a calendar which involved the BBA where you wouldn't have a photo by Alpana. She's an outstanding wildlife photographer and photographer in general. And for September, Kedar Desai. Kedar is not there, but his friend Harshid is there to collect a memento and gift on his part. Then for October is Srinivas Bobde. One of my favorites, Pani Puri. And I must tell you all that Srinivas has the distinct honor of, he's not only a photographer, but an extremely talented painter as well. In fact, Srinivas's paintings featured in our first edition of the calendar as well. Then for November, we have Jaideep Raut. Again, an iconic scene of Mumbai. And last but not the least is for December is by Palaksh Kachan. So thank you everyone. Thank you to all our extremely... no, I'm just coming to that. Thank you to all our extremely talented photographers. And really, all these photographs have been compiled, their selection for which month, and the design of the calendar, everything really single-handedly, as Mr. Thakkar pointed out, has been done by Mahek Bukwala. None of this would have been possible without her. So as a token of our appreciation, so now for some vada, pani puri and chai. Thank you so much for taking the time out for all of you all to come here and to release this calendar. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to the members of our bar who've taken the time out, and as you can see, from early morning to late evenings, they spend, it really is a piece of their heart and soul which is then captured in this calendar. I'd like to thank everyone in the BBA who contributed to taking the efforts into putting this calendar together. Thank you all for being here, for sharing this with us. Special thanks to Justice Marne for taking time out. He in fact mentioned that he had a matter which was ongoing, and but for this he would have actually been continuing in court even right now. So thank you so much, sir, for taking the time out and sharing this, sharing your insights. And I'm sure that our next calendar will be a lot bigger and will be on wildlife. So thank you so much. Thank you to our staff. Thank you to Kashyap. His keep-back request was granted. Finally, it got working. Thank you, everyone, and good evening. And this concludes our celebration for today. We do have tea and snacks. I don't know if they're as delicious as the photographs, but please do partake in them. Thank you.